Hi, I'm Zachary Fowler, winner of Alone Season 3, and you're watching Jami and I react to Alone Season 4, Episode 9. Just 2 episodes left. It means somebody's got to go home because there's 3 teams remaining. Let's watch it. You ready?
I'm ready.
Ready, here we go.
Welcome to Starvation Island. There's no donut shop here. There's no taco stand here. And there's nothing in here. Sacrifice me. What are you waiting for?
Wow.
Call and book now. Your starvation vacation awaits you.
Brooke is a genius. Like, to think of that.
Haven't really been any wildlife encounters, so your theory about, just interrupting their habits when you first arrive and then they move on is holding true.
Right? This episode has been brought to you by Fowler's Makery and Mischief.com, t-shirts, slingshots, shovels, and the new survival bracelets from WAZOO and Fowler Orange, linked below and at the end. That's so hard.
What do you mean?
It's just cutting firewood on top of a log so it kind of wiggles back and forth. That's why I built my saw buck, because when you're tired, that saw pinches, you don't have the energy to power through to break the resistance. It just sticks all the time. You're just always fighting the sawing the wood. I think it was smart of them to cook it by the fire and smart of them to smoke it, but I think I would still have boiled that one for sure, because that's the only way you could be certain you're cooking it all the way through at a high enough temperature to kill stuff. For a 10-minute boil or something.
That's all I was trying to say, damn it. That's all I was trying to say.
Somebody else's turn to be grumpy this episode, I guess.
I guess so.
Awful lot of disparaging talk this episode. Everybody's...
We can't stay here.
I get grumpy with him this week. I can't stand being here if I can't eat.
I haven't heard him complain once about anything. Except worrying about Brooke.
Yeah, right as you say, I haven't seen him complain about anything. He's stupid snails. Oh. Look, man, they really have had it. Look at how slow they're moving. This slow-mo sequence.
Really made a nice cabin.
Mm-hmm. That was...
Down to the final 2 teams.
Down. Wow.
Made a nice crab pot though.
Yeah, beautiful crab pot. Awesome adventure for those guys. 49 days. Man, it looks like they had such a good time almost the whole time until this last, since it was started at like 43 or something like that days at the beginning of this episode. Yeah, the last week of their time there was just struggle. What a sense of humor that Brooke has. That was so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Her little Starvation Island ad that she made. It'll be cool to see what she does with YouTube after all this, and hopefully it takes off for her and she can continue to make something of it.
Doesn't she have a YouTube channel?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Brooke's got a YouTube channel, and
make sure you link it.
Yeah, it's already linked. It's linked right down below in the description. Check out Brooke's channel. She does some great stuff there, just like she does out there on Alone. Seems like the more hungry Jim and Ted are, the better they get along. They really are their brother's keepers, taking care of each other.
Yeah.
They're doing good. Even if they're not having a good time of it.
Sam's dad was kind of having some issues with his cognition.
Yeah, he's like trying to say one thing and he says another thing, and he keeps saying that he's like saying.
He thinks he's saying the thing that he's saying, but he's not. And
yeah.
You can't hear that he's saying something else.
And Sam's just is bad off. Like he's able to point it out, but he's not able to like let it go a bit. He's like almost that childish thing. Even though your parent is saying that they're asking you to pick that bowl up, they're saying cup, and you're like, there's no cup on the table. There's no cup on the table. And they gotta correct you. It's like, you know what I'm talking about. Clear the dishes from the table. So I'm gonna do my thing. Teleport on up out of here like I always do. And we'll talk about this in a new location. Here we go. cow, this was seemed like a lot better idea when I thought of it before I came up here. Man, this roof is steep. But wow, what another great episode. Man, Jim and Ted are too tired to fight, it looks like. They have finally worn themselves out so much that they don't even have enough energy to fight. I love the knife choice though. I don't know if it's Jim or Ted. After all this watching it, I can't remember the difference. I can't tell the difference between the two of them for some reason. Everybody else, I got it down. I got their names down, but man, those two. And that knife with the big flat end on it for a chisel tip to be able to knock the lip bits off with, that's a pretty cool choice. I don't think I picked that over my multi-tool, but they also have a multi-tool, so one of them picked the multi-tool. So that was kind of neat. And I love how Jim's like, I wouldn't choose a different item over my brother, as one, you know, he's like, but note what he didn't say. He never said that he wouldn't choose a cheeseburger over his brother. They're pretty hungry at this point. It looks like everybody seems to be really hungry, and it's taking a toll on them. You know, we see Sam and his dad, you know, their dad is having a hard time getting out what he wants to say because he's so hungry and stuff. He's trying to say one thing, he thinks he's saying one thing, and Sam's like, no, you know, and doesn't really help the situation by not arguing with them. They're both kind of at their wits' end with the hunger a little bit, need to catch a fish, need to get home, have some dinner, and that's what happens to you. You know, you don't notice that so much when it's just one person on their own, but that toll of low calories day in and day out of fish without the fats that you need to really sustain a heavy thinking level, you know, because the brain needs fats to operate, and that's why I like the ketogenic diet. I feel like I'm a little sharper witted and stuff like that, and I felt that out there on the show. Like for the longest time, up until like day 76, it's like I felt sharper and smarter and quicker thinking than I ever have been before in my whole life. And until the point where I started to get down there a little ways further, I started to lose a little bit that on like 5 days without a fish and things. You start to, that same mindset comes in, and you know, it's just hard to focus in on something. You just don't want to do it, you know. So it's tough seeing them, because I can so identify with what they're going through out there right now, and they're hitting that wall so much earlier than the people out on season 3 seem to have hit that wall. And I wonder, you know, like I said before, like it's not possible, I don't think it's possible for 2 people to last longer. And I think that has a lot to do with it. They're 2 people consuming the resources of one in most cases, maybe 1 1/4, because the 2 of them are doing a little better than one did sometimes, but not consistently enough. So it's one of those things that, you know, if you nail it, boom, the 2 of you do so great and you do so much better than one person, but the odds are so far against you, and I don't think we see anybody hitting it like that, nailing the fishing situation, 2 people, and producing more food and more sustenance and more shelter and more everything that's needed to make that long stay. You know, I don't know that we'll ever see somebody achieve a year on this show. I think that is an impossible, almost impossible goal. You know, it's like, I think there's a wall there at about 87 days that you just can't go by. You just can't go by. No, we'll see. It'll be great to see somebody hit 90 or 100, 120 days. That was one of my, you know, things I really wanted, 100 days, especially the closer I got to it. I was like, man, what, 100 days sound like the coolest number. Or even 90 days, you know? There's so many songs like 90 days or something like that, you know, isn't there like 90 days in the whole, I don't know, whatever. But, you know, and seeing Brooke and Dave go, you know, she seems to have hit a wall herself, and you see her from the back, and she looks like, to me, like she's in the same condition Carly was in. Her BMI is about the same that Carly was in when she left after 86 days, being pulled for her BMI being too low, you know. So it's tough seeing these guys go, because I so identify with the way they feel. And I really feel for them. They did such a beautiful job, Brooke and Dave. What an amazing shelter, and an amazing job of always coming up with new things, you know. Even at the last minute, they didn't give up and just lay down and die. They went out, they made a beautiful crab trap and managed to catch a bunch of furry snails, which I've had snails before. They're not great, and but you know, they did their best. They ate them, and
until they couldn't take it any longer. Brooke is an amazing YouTuber, and I'll try and share a little clip from one of her videos and her reasonings for her tap out and stuff, a little bit more detail that she has in a video coming up soon. So check out the links below too for all of these guys, all the guys that are on this show. I have links down there for their YouTube channels. Jim and Ted's Excellent Adventure, they got their YouTube channel and stuff down below. What an amazing group of people. I think a lot of people like poo-pooed the season, but I think everybody did an amazing job. You know, they really worked hard. They really showed that teamwork, you know, you can work together, even if you grumble and fight with each other, that you can still work and help each other, you know, and be your brother's keeper. I really look forward to following these guys. I hope, you know, I know Brooke is doing YouTube, and I follow her on YouTube, and it'll be nice to see where all these guys go from here, and especially once we find out who the winner is, whether it's Jim and Ted's Excellent Adventure or Sam and his dad. The trailer at the end makes them look like they're all in dire straits, and it's down to the wire. So it'll be, I think it's gonna be an interesting finish here. And yeah, so that's all for me. Make sure you hit me up, live chat. This is gonna be this week at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, because the show is actually coming on at 9 o'clock, and then the reunion will be on at 10. So don't forget and tune into the show and find out the show's all over and they're just announcing the winner. You wanna make sure you tune into Alone Season 4, Episode 10, the final episode at 9 o'clock, an hour earlier than it normally is. And I'll see you in the live chat if you join me there before the episode on the Alone group Facebook page. The link is below. And that's all for me. Thanks for watching. Fowler out. Hun! Hun!
What?
My staff's out of juice. Can you get the ladder?
My hands are covered in chicken. You gotta wait.
Oh, what? Oh, I guess I'm stuck up here for a little bit.